Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Mike. And here's his story. Pardon me. Hi, Ollie. My sister-in-law is someone who makes me real nervous. She refuses to work and always used her looks to buy her way into relationships where she could be a stay-at-home mom. Now her looks are fading and she's going into a downward spiral. She had bled her parents of thousands of dollars of their retirement and has threatened to have them robbed and killed. She openly says she cannot wait for them to die. She blamed them for a lot of her problems, and my wife actually thinks her own mother is the narcissist and her sister is a borderline, a monster created by the narcissist. The golden child expired. They seem as bad as each other, if you ask me. The mom is just passive-aggressive, whereas the sister is a psycho. Anyway, it has got to the point where my wife and I are going to tell her parents that we don't want any part of the inheritance. They have a few hundred acres that they plan to leave to the pair of them, but we know the sister will hunt us down like the Terminator when she has blown through her share. So we figure the best thing to do is to let her have it all. It's up to you. Like, this is one of those situations where you could see it. You could see the narcissistic shitstorm. You could see it's like almost like you're walking through a zoo here, and you could see the animals in cages getting restless. Okay, and you know if you open that cage door, they're gonna come for you. That's basically what you're looking at here. So what you got to figure out, and what I think you've already made the assessment is, okay, whatever they have to give you isn't worth the years and decades of aggravation you're going to have to deal with from this woman, because as you describe her, she is one of these borderline monsters who thinks with her vagina. All her value is based on her vagina. It's like, what can she get off of it? And when that fades, when those looks fade, when that vagina dries out, that's when they look for other ways. And they got to exert their revenge, and they got to just look for people to fuck with. As I did in the video last night, and my point, the only way you beat these people is not to play. Okay? And you have the opportunity to not even enter the game to begin with. Nope. Not interested. Not interested. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they use your telling them you don't want anything from them as them using it as a way to attack you because you think you're better than them in some way. So here's my dilemma. I know at one point she will eventually blow through whatever she is given. She got a bad drug habit and runs with bad people. She feels the world owes her, and I know she will eventually come for my wife and I. How do I deal with a situation where someone is threatening to have me robbed or killed? Call the cops. Call the cops. Have a restraining order put on her. Put cameras around your house. They're relatively cheap, and have them record. That way, when they come around and start stalking, you have there's no opportunity to gaslight. If you're going to do this and you're this worried about dealing with a dangerous narcissist, you're going to have to take the precautionary steps. And the precautionary steps are going to be involved with how are you going to deal with the harassment and the gaslighting and the bullying that you know is going to come? Well, you're going to have to be ready for it. And what's the best way to deal with those sort of things, if you're going to need to get the authorities involved, is to have evidence beforehand. You got to be waiting for them. You got to be waiting. You got to set a preventative trap. You're not setting a trap to cage them and keep them. It's a preventative trap to keep them away. I don't know if it will go that far, but if it does, how do I tackle this? I have suggested to my wife we even disappear after her last parent's funeral, so the sister has no idea where we are. But why should we run? It's tough. I don't know why you would be this afraid of this woman, honestly. If she's running with a bad drug habit and with bad people, she don't have her shit together the way you think she does. Yeah, she's dangerous. But she's also, I guarantee you, a grade A train wreck. This woman is crazy, but also, I don't know if half the things she talks about are real or fantasy. It is scary, so I just wanted to get your thoughts. Your comments about the Terminator really resonated with me. That's all for now. Keep up the good work, Mike. Well, like I said, the only way to win is not to play, but that doesn't mean you don't protect yourself from the Terminator. Okay, you have to lay trap. You're gonna have to have traps to protect yourself. Okay, if you're worried about if she's running with drug addicts and bad people to that sort, they're gonna rob, they're gonna steal, they'll break in. You have to be prepared for that. You have to make sure your homes are secure, that you have cameras and being able to record. They're relatively cheap. Being able to record any face-to-face interaction with this person. She's your sister-in-law. Is she your wife's sister or another? I'm assuming she's not your wife's sister. I mean, is she like your brother's sister? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if she's your wife's sister, your wife would know the family better than most. Yeah, you're saying you're going to tell her parents, but not your sister. So I'm assuming this is somebody else, like a brother or another family member's sister. Look, she lets her vagina do all her thinking for her, so she's dangerous. If you want to give up this inheritance, whatever, it's not worth it, then that's your decision you're going to have to make. Could you be overblowing it? Yeah, because drug addicts loves to shit talk and loves to overblow themselves. That doesn't mean if you're this nervous about it, you know her better than I do. Okay? So my best advice to you is if you're going to cut out, and it's probably a better idea for you, I would say, if you're this worried about it and if the property's not worth it to you. I mean, you're talking about just up and leaving because of a sister-in-law after the parents die. I mean, there's got to be a lot more to this story, obviously, that you guys are this worried about her. So, precautions. You have to take precaution. I mean, sometimes you have to set precautionary traps when going no contact, when doing this. That's not to trap them, to prove anything, to get them in trouble, though it will. It's to protect yourself. So really what you need to do is, if you do this, is you have to be prepared for however she might react. So if she's going to show up, she's going to rob, how do you deal with that? Okay, because you're going to have to get authorities involved. And we know authorities love to throw their hands up and say, oh, there's nothing we can do. It's he said, she said, you have to do this, you have to do that. You want the essay, so you don't even have to give your side of the story if anything happens. Say, let's just go to the recording and you can see for yourself, period. That's really the best advice I could give for you on that, because she is a Terminator. She's not going to stop until she gets her way. So it's up to you whether you want to walk away or not. But it sounds like even if you walk away, that still might not satisfy her. Who knows? Who knows? There might not even be anything left by the time the parents die. So you could be, this all could be putting cart before the horse. Sounds like she's a horrible person and it's a horrible family to begin with. So make your plans now, Mike. And I hope that helps. So Thank you for your contribution and your story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, advancing, and growing, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance.